Hi, Chris here again. Today I'll be showing you how to install a dhcp server. Alright, there are a few things you must do before, like isolate the network adapters from the host adapters. So to do this, we're going to right click network adapters, and instead of I have mine on host only, we'll go on internal network, select OK. We'll go into our Windows Vista machine and do the same. Right click network adapters, internal. Now we will go back to the server. Right, from here we will proceed. We go to add roles. Next, select the dhcp server. Next. Automatically here it detects the IP address that you are using. Just select next. It selects the parent domain, queasy.com, and the preferred DNS server. So here we have to validate it. So you just hit validate, right, and you see it's valid. Hit next to proceed. Yes, we could hit next. Alright, the dhcp scope right here. We'll be choosing the scope range. So the dhcp name is dhcp starting IP addresses 192.168.100, and then IP addresses 192.168.0.1. You see, started IP address is, as it states, where the IP address will begin in terms of what we are using for our network, and the ending IP address. So the scope is from 100 to 200, the subnet mask 255. And the default gateway will be pointing this back to our server, which is 192.168.0.1. And here we can choose the period it is released for. Since it's only a test tutorial, we'll leave it at the default and hit OK. Right, as you see, I name dhcp queasy, the range, next. We will disable dhcp version 6 since we have our IP version 6 disabled, and we will not be using some of the features of that. So hit next and proceed. As you can see, we have to use administrator authority to access the dhcp server in the Active Directory during services. So hit next. Here's a brief summary of what we just created, and I will install. Okay, our dhcp server was installed successfully. Now let's go into our Windows Vista client. So from here, I will change the IP addressing. I will assign them dynamically so they can start accepting the IP addresses from the dhcp server. Network sharing center. Manage network connections. Right click on local area network. Properties. As you can see, we need administrative privileges to admin here, so IP version 4 properties, and we will choose obtain IP address automatically and obtain DNS server address automatically. Hit OK, close. Right, let me go back to my server. My dhcp server, IP version for scope. And the address list is okay, didn't configure. I might have to reboot my Bristol machine. Okay, as you can see, the address 192.168.0.100 has been added to the Vista client. Let me check my DNS server. Alright, and you can see my Vista machine has the IP address 192.168.1.100. Okay, and just for a brief example, if we want to change the IP address back to a static address, default gateway will be the server. Okay, if I set back my Vista client has static IP address, when I go into my server, as you can see, my Windows Vista client, the IP address went back to 192.168.0.20. So everything is working, and basically that was it in terms of how to install dhcp server for Windows Server 2008. Thanks for viewing. Next video I'll be continuing with is the group policy objects.